Dr. Jack Janes as Director for the American Institute for Contemporary German Studies. You've presented here tonight a memorandum that you would like to present to the next U.S. President on particularly the German-U.S. relationship. Can you elaborate a bit more on that? What makes the German relationship with the U.S. so important?
Well, I think in large measure it's important because it fits into many different concentric circles. Germany is Germany per se as a bilateral partner and has a special relationship that, clearly goes back to a 50-year history that is a success story, if you will, that looks at how we've moved from the victor-defeated relationship to a equal partnership relationship, which of course was enormously celebrated in 1990 during unification. But during the next 20 years, next 19 years, we've been looking to manage problems together around the globe. Germany fits into Europe. Germany fits into a number of international institutions. Germany fits into a global setting, and in all of these settings, Germany plays a very important role. So we feel it's important for the next President of the United States to understand how to manage this relationship so that it can reach its own goals, but also in terms of working with a very important country, reach them in a cooperative way, we hope, with a country that is extremely important to the United States. I think all of the issues that we point toward are important questions for a president in his first 2 or 3 years in office. How are we going to deal with Russia? What are we going to undertake at the Middle East to keep it going, at least the negotiations? How can we deal with this enormous financial tsunami that we are in at the moment? Certainly the question of security writ large, not just in Europe anymore, but around the globe, dealing with issues of proliferation, terrorism, and so on. And finally, I think the whole question of how we can rewrite some of the rules of international organization.
What are some particular pitfalls that should be avoided between the U.S. and Germany and between the U.S. and the EU at large?
Well, I think in large measure the pitfalls that we point out are those that are already there. We are talking about Iran and nuclear ambitions there. We're talking about how to make sure the Middle East peace process continues on track. We're talking about how to deal with really what was a very not very passive, but simply undecipherable Russia to a resurgent Russia. These are not new problems. These are problems that we've had for a while. And therefore, what we've talked about is the pitfalls that might emerge if we don't manage these issues correctly. We've had some examples of that in the last 5 years. We had an enormous conflagration of anger over Iraq. We've had some more minor issues over trade policies. We don't have synergy yet on global climate change policies. We need it on energy policies. So there are ways in which the pitfalls can drive us in a direction away from each other as we try to seek our own solutions as opposed to seeking solutions together.